Stormwood and Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/discord. In pursuit of a stolen magical object, Stormwood and Associates Field Team 623 stepped into a tear between realities and vanished. They found themselves trapped in another plane, facing a reality that was not their own, and driven to avoid dark forces they don't understand. And so, Team 623 finds themselves leaping from world to world, striving to put right what they find wrong, and hoping each time that their next jump will be the jump home. Stormwood and Associates stars Celeste Star Twin as Dee, Gen Proc as Obi, Trey Dorn as Amy, and Becca Johnson as Liz Stormwood. Previously on Stormwood and Associates. So, in the middle of a rainstorm, the team has ended up at a manor house, a remote manor house, where a group of people had been gathered with very colorful names by their host, Mr. Cadaver, and he appears to have been murdered. And there are many suspects. And when some of the people went to go try to inform the police, they found the phone lines were cut and the bridge had been flooded out. So they're all trapped together in this house. And, well, unfortunately, besides Mr. Cadaver, a second body has been found as Liz, in the ballroom, has discovered the corpse of Captain Azure, one of the party guests, stuffed in a piano. So that's not great.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
What?
Okay, we now have two bodies.
What?
What?
What do you mean there's
yes,
two bodies?
okay,
I'm looking at the body. It's right here.
Okay,
It's very dead still. Thought you
Obi
should know.
and Andy, you need to get everyone to gather in the ballroom.
Well, who's gonna watch this body?
One of you. Okay, yes, one of you needs to watch the body.
Do you watch the body?
Please watch
I'll
the
grab
body.
everyone.
Yes. Obi, you come here.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so Obi, you're in the study right now. You're gonna run around and go find. So Father Gray's in the dining room with Dee right now.
Yep.
So you need to go find Miss Crimson, and you need to find Mrs. Goldenrod.
Okay.
So both of okay. So where are you gonna look? Rooms you have been in are the study, the hall, the lounge, the dining room, and then you know where the kitchen is. And then there's like a whole section of the house you haven't been into yet.
Okay.
You last saw Miss Crimson in the hall.
Well, I can exit the study and look in the hall
Yeah, you can.
and see if she's there still.
She's not.
Okay.
Nobody's in the hall right now.
Okay. I'd like to double back and check the lounge real quick.
All right, you go into the lounge and you find Mrs. Goldenrod sitting there looking very unhappy with her arms folded. And Miss Crimson is also in the lounge, kind of just staring at the fireplace.
Hi. sorry to interrupt, but we need to go to the ballroom. There's been a second body found.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Crimson looks very concerned.
Captain Azure.
Miss Goldenrod says, "Oh, well. You know, ruffians? This is what happens when you bring ruffians into a house. People start getting murdered. And then they steal the
Yes,
silverware." And she just walks out of the room heading towards the ballroom. I don't like her. Miss Crimson goes, she is...
Me neither, but...
But yeah, it's... So we're going to the ballroom?
We're all gonna go to the ballroom,
And as you say that, like, a car pulls up outside, and Dr. Forrest, Madam Violet, and Amy all walk back into the house.
Hey, what's up? We're going to the ballroom.
The road's out. The bridge is out. The bridge is out. There's no way. We need to tell everyone the bridge is out, and the ferry won't be back until morning. So we're trapped here tonight, and there's no way to tell the police, and no way to contact them, and no way for them to get here to help us.
Understood. It's gonna be okay. We're all meeting up together in the ballroom.
Why are we meeting in the ballroom?
Well, unfortunately, there's been a second body found.
There's been a second body? And you're telling me it's going to be okay? Someone's going to murder us one by one. You can stop, dear. Madam Violet just kind of puts her... She starts to, like, put her hand on his shoulder, and he's still, like, freaking out, so she puts her hand over his mouth. No, you can, like, stop talking, dear. It's not
Amy?
not helping you, not helping anyone.
Amy, please stay with D with the body, okay?
Okay.
I gotta stay.
Thank you.
Okay. At least I got a body, buddy.
Please guard the body.
Guarding
for a
body.
little bit.
There's
I
The
trust
cupcake.
Okay,
you.
everyone else
System.
come with me.
just so you know, I noticed things.
All right, and so yeah, everybody else comes back to the ballroom. Amy kind of goes and joins you in the dining room. D. Amy's like, "This is fucked, right?"
This is really fucked, but also like I don't know this. I was kind of hoping that this is going to be like a fake murder mystery, and then it turned out to be a real murder mystery. And also, there is, I know Obi pointed out, but like there is not nearly enough blood for how big this cut is. Like, look at this.
No, you're right. This is... God, I wish I could use magic.
I wish a lot of things. Like when we showed up here, I was like, boy, oh boy, if Obi wasn't here, this would be awesome because it looks like we're at Rocky Horror, and then it was Clue, and now it's really Clue, but not the fun way.
Yeah, this is... She just kind of looks at the body and goes, "This feels familiar, but I don't know why." All right, so into the ballroom, everyone else goes.
Yep.
So we've got Miss Crimson, Madam Violet, Father Gray, Dr. Forrest, and Mrs. Goldenrod all entering, and Dawsworth, who's already here, are all gathered around the... Oh my God! That's Captain Asher. Captain Asher's dead. Captain Asher's dead. Captain Asher is dead. Captain Asher's dead. Captain Asher's dead. Captain Asher's dead.
Obi would like to go and totally investigate the piano.
Well, it's a piano. It's
Okay.
a large Baldwin. Looks like it's older, probably built around the early 20th century.
Cool.
Beautiful finish. Beautiful finish. Oh, and there's a dead body inside it?
Yep.
Yeah,
We'd
yep,
like to
yep,
look
yep.
at the inside with the dead body.
The inside
Yep,
with the
yep,
dead
yep.
body. Okay, well, it is a dead body.
Yep.
There is... You're totally investigating. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it looks really pale.
Yep. Can I see how it like can
Trying to
I determine
cause
cause of death?
Interestingly, no.
Okay.
Like there's no apparent wound.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no apparent wound. Although
Okay.
his body's a little broken since it was shoved into the piano.
Yeah. But there's no way to tell like if per se like his neck was snapped like before
his
or
neck
after he
is-
was shoved into
His
like,
neck is, for all of his body being kind of a bit broken, his neck is perfectly fine.
but his body wasn't broken like
You can guess that
before
it was
or after.
post-mortem.
Okay.
That it looks like it was bent to shove it into the piano.
Okay. And there's no like apparent bruising.
No, there's
Cool.
not.
Cool. So no sign of death, but post-mortem was folded up and shoved into a piano to hide the evidence. Fun.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's
Obi's gonna confer with Liz.
yeah, so I took a look. He was definitely folded up and put in the piano after he died, but I can't find a cause of death.
Right. Okay.
So it could be something, I don't know, inward, like poison
Okay.
or something.
Are you just talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we're having our own little conflab.
Thank you. What do you think?
Well, there's definitely a killer on the loose. We need to keep eyes on people, on these people at all times.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have them. Honestly, what we should do is have them all sit back down in the dining room
Yes.
because we've
But-
got eyes there.
But we also. But yes. Okay. Yes, you're right. The body itself is of less concern. You're right. Yes. Okay. That makes sense. But there is one other thing. There is, according to Mr. Dawsworth, there is one other person in the house, and that's the chef.
Yes,
We need
yes,
to find the
yes.
chef.
Yes, Marjorie's missing.
Okay, I will look for her.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Liz, Mr. Dawsworth, if you could escort everyone into the dining hall. We have investigators there already to keep an eye on them and the body there.
Investigators? Father Gray just
Yeah.
comes in. Oh, yes, that's right. You're Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Dee was telling me you're Scooby Doo.
Yep.
What?
Just run with it. We're Scooby Doo now.
Look, it makes perfect sense. Everyone maps onto a
Which one
member
am I?
of mystery. Daphne, I think.
You're
Oh, okay.
Daphne.
I'm fine
You're
with that.
definitely Daphne.
Okay, I'm fine being Daphne. All right. I just was afraid you were going to tell me I was the dog.
No.
Onyx is the dog. Yes,
Onyx
I
is the
overheard.
dog,
I'm
yeah.
kidding. Trey forgot that Amy chimed in on that conversation.
Yeah.
I heard the part about the talking animal, but I missed the rest of it. So, Madame Violet was going on a whole thing about how you can tell from people's tarot cards, and yeah.
Okay. Obi's
So I
gonna
think
address.
I should do a reading. I think it's Madame Violet. So I think that is how we could, because I know that the psychic gifts have been restricted here, but maybe I could ask the spirits.
Great idea. How about Okay, so I have people in the dining hall. We're gonna have everyone hang out in the dining hall. You're not allowed to leave the dining hall. We need to keep an eye on you so that we can keep you
I'm
safe.
sorry, but one of you is a murderer.
Oh, one of us?
It's-
Yeah, sure, lady.
This is Goldenrod.
Okay.
It's just, I'm not
Obi, you're not
staying in a
helping.
room with you, ruffian murderers. I went into
Okay.
the other room, and Captain Azure, although a ruffian himself, he's dead. That could have been
Okay.
me.
It could have been you, so please stay with the group. And maybe it won't be you.
But one of you
I-
is the murderer.
Okay,
Maybe you're
And it
all
might
murderers.
be you, bougie bitch. Come on.
Please.
Just focus.
Maybe you're all
can
murderers.
everyone please
Vipers, the lot of you.
assemble in the dining room? There. That way, we have chairs. We're with one of the bodies. Please.
What do we do about Captain Asher here? Miss Crimson just kind of...
I don't know.
You okay?
This is incredibly stressful. Is it not stressful for you?
I mean, it's stressful.
Okay.
I don't know.
So what's he like folded like an accordion or something? Like what's going on there?
Nah, like origami.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he was a tall guy. He had to
He was very tall. Yeah, I'm just shit.
fit him in there somehow.
I mean, yeah, but
It's a weird
jeez.
place to put him, but
I don't love it.
I mean, you have to think it was opportunity, right? Miss Crimson's just like, kind of looking around the space. You know, he's... like, there's... If you killed him in this room, right? She's looking around. There's not, like, there's no closets in here. There's no cupboards. And if you took him out of the room, we'd be visible down the hallway from certain angles to the front hall, right? Like, there are
You cannot disturb the crime scene. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. I'm not touching anything.
no,
I'm
she's
just.
explaining.
I'm considering that. So if you killed someone in here, in this room, you couldn't afford. It would be a risk to take him out that way, and I don't. The other way, I don't know if. I mean, you could maybe hide him in the conservatory, but like. It's always a risk because if you don't know where anyone else is wandering around the house, like you don't have a clear shot down this hallway because, you know, people like Mrs. Goldenrod was wandering around for a while. There's no way that you could know that there's nowhere else in this room to hide it. So if you killed him in here, this would be the only place to put him, right?
Yeah, and it would have been the fastest way to hide him.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm surprised we didn't hear anything.
I don't know
Yeah, that's
how
the
he
weirder
died,
part.
but I think, and this is just me speculating, that if this was planned, the location wasn't. Right?
Right.
He went off on his own,
Yes.
so someone took the opportunity.
Of course. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I think it's really important that nobody go off on their own.
Okay. All right. Obi?
Yeah.
We're going to be assigning you a partner. Okay? Who do we think that should be?
Well,
Mr. Dawsworth, probably, maybe? Yeah, I think probably Mr. Dawsworth. He knows the house.
Yes, I'm very familiar with
Okay.
every
Yes.
corner
Okay.
of the house.
Okay, great.
And I'm fairly
Okay.
certain I have an alibi for the entire time during at least Captain Azure's death.
Okay, keep me apprised, please.
will do.
Because I was with you. All right, so people. So who's all going to the dining room? Everybody, including everybody but Dawsworth. And then Dawsworth is going with Obi.
Amy, do you think you should go with them?
I don't know. I mean, what was the body like?
The body was folded in half in the...
Yeah, but like, how'd he die?
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, that leads me to believe that... Can I... Just kind of like... I'm going to step out of this dining room for a minute. Because now people are filtering in. Where are you, Liz?
I'm still in the dining room.
Oh, I thought you were in the ballroom.
Or ballroom, yeah,
Okay.
ballroom, sorry.
I'm going to meet you in the ballroom, Liz, okay?
Yep, thank you.
All right. So in a few moments later, Emmy pops in. Okay. So... All right, so this is... I've been looking at... It's just like Liz describes it as like still leaving the room. She goes, yeah, okay, she's gone. Oh, okay, she's gone. Okay, so something feels off.
Yes.
Something feels really off. About
Yes.
Okay, no, this is a real dead body for damn sure. Okay. So here's the thing. Do you see visible wounds?
No.
Do we see excreted bodily fluids or foam from results of a poison?
No, we don't know the cause of death at all.
No. This is... Reason through this. For some reason, they have prevented the use of magic and psychic gifts on these grounds, so we can't tell what's magic and what's not magic while we're here. There is a body with no apparent wounds, with no apparent damage, except that it's very dead.
I admit,
So
it did not occur to me that there could still be other magic.
Who made the wards?
Yeah.
Because you and I can't use our stuff. But whoever made the wards can.
Obi is gonna chime in over comms.
Don't the wards like expire when someone's dead?
They sure do.
So it can't have been Mr. Cadaver.
Correct.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna find Marjorie.
they all know each other to some degree, right? They all know Cadaver somehow.
Yeah.
Which means one of these people, or Marjorie, Dawsworth, or one of the guests, that's everybody in the house besides us, one of them is the wardsmith who made the wards.
Yeah.
Which means one of them is the killer.
Okay. I would like to go to the kitchen.
Okay.
I would like to find a used butcher knife. No. I would like to find a used rag.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I would like to take out a pen and draw a rune on there.
Okay, so
to find
Amy
this
went
chef.
with you. Amy's going with you, by the way.
Yes.
Okay. And Obi, you're searching the house. You're starting in the conservatory?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah.
Okay, so Obi, right now you are searching. And
Yep.
just
Yep,
roll me a
do that.
Yeah, roll me a D10, Obi.
Searching for Marjorie. Got a 10.
Well, good news. She's not in the conservatory.
Cool. Moving on.
All right. You do find in the conservatory, though, because you rolled a 10 and you were searching in there. On one wall, there seems to be, there's wood paneling on one wall, and you feel a little bit of airflow through between the panels.
Hey, Dosworth, what's on the other side of this?
What do you mean?
Of this wall here. What's on the other side?
It's a wall. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
walls have two sides.
yes, but okay. There's the next room over is the billiard room.
Can we go to the billiard room next?
Yes, of course. All right, so back to Liz. You're drawing a rune.
I'm gonna gain a point of health back.
Scene change. You sure
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd say since you did that, you probably have 2 back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I draw a tracking ward on the rag to try to find the chef.
All right. So you're going to activate this?
Yes.
Are you sure it's a good idea, Liz?
Yes.
Roll me a d10 to...
So that was a nat 1.
So roll 1d6 for damage.
Cool. 1.
Well, that's a good time to roll a 1. But yeah, it feels like you get punched in the head.
Okay, cool. Do I feel anything?
No, your magic didn't work.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You felt like you got punched in the head.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
when I'm
great.
saying this, I mean it feels literal. It literally feels like someone punching you in the back of the head.
God.
If you didn't
damn
know
it.
that the ward was there, you might think Amy did it.
Okay. Well, okay, so there are wards in place, but my wards are part of the whole no magic thing. I was just making sure.
Yeah. All right. So Amy and Liz, you're in the kitchen. Dee, you are in the dining room with all of these guests. And, there's just, Dr. Forrest is kind of pacing nervously around you. Father Gray is just kind of looking contemplatively, and Madame Violet is just kind of, like, deeply looking into the body. Like... Do you know that when you die, your body actually gets lighter and it's your soul leaving your body? Madame Violet's just going, she's going talking to you, Dee. Well,
Yeah, I don't. I'm not like
You
super
know,
like
in
into
ancient
corpseology.
times,
I don't think that's true.
in ancient times, women like you and I were burned at the stake because of our connection to the Mother Goddess. And I know that...
Trans women were burned at? I mean, probably.
Oh, of course.
Like,
the magical sisterhood accepts all women. Why wouldn't it have accepted trans women?
I mean, I'm very glad you have that take. I don't really know what you're talking about.
We are the daughters of the witches they couldn't burn. Anyways,
Cringe.
so...
that is how I would describe how I am feeling right now. This is cringe.
Miss Crimson kind of goes... Miss Crimson kind of walks up. He goes, so... This is... Madam Violet? I think Father Gray had some questions for you about, like... He really... he's not going to admit it, but he really wanted to know what your take on death was. And so I'm sure that if you could explain it to... Oh, yes, I will. I'd love to talk. I've always wanted to engage the clergy in that kind of a conversation, but he just always avoided me when I did that fair for him. And anyways, and she walks off, starts gabbering it. Yeah, I thought I would save you from that for a minute.
Appreciated.
It's... So you like Scooby Doo? What?
I mean, I am part of a team that solves mysteries like Scooby Doo.
While driving around in a vehicle, and
we
got a
drive
talking
around
animal.
a vehicle. It doesn't really talk. It is kind of our mascot, and I am stoned a lot. most of the time, actually. But that's kind of neither here nor there. I'm proving that I'm good at things today,
Yeah.
which is why I'm stumped at trying to figure something is not right. Okay, look.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're standing next to a dead body. See, you say you get stoned a lot?
Yes.
I've never really
Yes, I do.
gotten high. I'm starting to wonder if I should start just staring right at the dead body.
Yeah, this is not a good time for you to start. You are going to have a
I don't
very
know.
bad trip.
Like, I feel like I don't want to be sober right now.
I need you to believe me when I say you are asking for a very bad trip. So let's not do a bad trip right now.
Okay.
Let's start with something a little bit more,
I mean, we could get drunk.
You make a good point. We could indeed get drunk.
Yeah, there's a decanted wine right over there.
I mean, yeah, but I really actually want to like solve this one. This is kind of like, I mean, I understand that this is probably very upsetting for you, but like this is not even like the first corpse I've been around in the last like week, and I really want to actually like contribute to the like in a meaningful way to this mystery. I really want to pull my weight on this one.
I mean, you could. I mean, you're right now. Everyone else is. You're here to like keep an eye on us. You know, I'm assuming your job right now is to make sure that none of us do anything.
I mean, theoretically, but like also that's another reason I should probably not get any more stoned than I normally am.
If you're here to make us feel safe, right?
Why don't
I'm
you?
just saying that it would make me feel safe.
Here's an idea. How about?
I mean, I mean, I'm not used to being around danger. You seem comfortable around danger.
I mean that's not unfair. I'm pretty like pro danger feels wrong, but like I am not undangerfied.
I mean,
I would put it that way.
I mean, with the cops unable to get here, I know I feel safer knowing there's a professional around.
All the more reason I don't want to be drunk or high. The cops blame me for everything, and often because I'm responsible for it. But this time,
I'm just saying that I'd like to be drunk, and it's a little awkward if you're not also drunk.
Why do you want me to be drunk so bad? These people can get drunk.
You hear over comms. Oh my god, D is really dense. All right, so back to Obi looking through rooms.
Yes.
As someone unsuccessfully tries to flirt with D.
Honestly, for this group, par for the course.
I know.
I'm really trying not to screw this one up.
I know. It's perfectly in character. It's great. As the woman in the slinky red dress tries to flirt with D, and D completely misses that it's happening. All right. So, yeah, Obi, you enter the billiard room.
Yes.
It's a billiard room. There's, a large billiard table and, some cues, and there's windows along one wall, and what are you looking for?
I would love to double check the wall that supposedly connects to the conservatory.
So it's a little thicker. Like, so there's a connecting door from here to the billiard room, but like there's like a gap. Like, you don't know why, like, but there's like, so like it's not like just room. There's like wall, and then there's probably about like 8 feet, and then the billiard room. So there's clearly
8 feet. That's a lot of space.
Sure is.
And there's no visible way for on the billiard side.
Not on the billiard room side.
Okay, that's what we wanted to double check. I mean, we might as well totally investigate the space in here. See
Yeah.
if we find any kind of clues. I got a 2, so
No, it's okay. There's the billiard room is just you find a billiard room and there's a well-stocked bar in the corner.
great. Good to know. Okay, we're gonna go back to the conservatory.
Okay. Liz, what are you doing?
Um,
So you and Amy were in the kitchen. You unsuccessfully tried a tracking ward.
yes. Yeah. I don't know. I had an idea and I've lost it.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to jump back to Obi real quick then. Obi, so
Sorry.
you're back in the conservatory. I just wanted to make sure. I just didn't want, as I jumped to 2 other people, I wanted to make sure. I was checking in. It's okay not to have an idea. Obi is trying to get into a secret passage.
Yes, he is.
All right, so there's this gap around one of the panels.
Yes.
And you can feel like air coming through.
Yes. Well, I mean, is there any way I could try to pry the panel away?
You could, yeah. Do you want to totally investigate anything else in here, like to look for like a control or you've got totally investigate, so you can like.
That's true. I'll, because my fitness is not very high.
No, but
so
you have an ability, yeah.
I will totally investigate to look for a switch button control panel.
Yeah, absolutely. So it takes you a few minutes as you dig around. It takes 5 minutes, in fact. But you find along, not far from the panel, but not directly on it, a little area that looks like the dirt's been cleared, and you find a small switch in one of the tiles that's behind some plants where if you put pressure on it, you hear a click.
And does it stay clicked when I take pressure off?
So what happens if you put your pressure down on it, you hear a click, and then you hear kind of like a little rolling like mechanical twirl for about like 20 seconds, and then you hear a click again. Like it unclicked after 20 seconds.
Okay. I'll put a potted plant on the switch plate.
Okay. Click, and then like you don't hear the mechanics, but you hear the click. Yeah.
And then I'll go check the panel.
The panel, if you pull on the panel, swings open like a door.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And you see on this side of as you go in, I'm assuming you're entering the secret passage, so Dawsworth is like, what in the hell? I was what is this? I've worked in this house for 10 years.
Your boss had secrets in the house. How long has he been in this house?
I would have cleaned this. There are cobwebs, and it's just like, it's dark and dirty, but there's like a bulb that like the moment you came in here, there's like a motion sensor bulb that went on like in this area as soon as you walked in.
Yeah, how long has he been living here?
Oh, I don't know. I think it was in his wife's family.
Wife's family. Could you tell me more about her?
Oh, Mrs. Cavalier, she was lovely. They'd been married for probably about 15 years.
Okay.
She passed in a car accident probably about 8 years ago.
Okay. And you said this was in her family. What do you know what they... I mean, she obviously... I mean, if they owned this house, she probably came from money.
Oh, the Goldenrods come from quite a wealthy family. Yes.
The Goldenrod. She was a gold... Was she related to the one here?
Oh, yes, that's her aunt.
Okay. That's kind of weird.
Why is it weird? I mean,
Hey, I know your niece is dead, but I'm gonna invite you over to my party anyways.
oh no, it's they've remained in touch.
Okay. Okay. Huh.
It's so to describe the passage you're in is what it is that there's like a
Yeah.
little bit of like it's a landing and then there's a set of stairs that go down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going. We're walking and talking.
This must be between the cellar and the first floor. It's the ceiling's only about 6 feet tall, but that's not really a problem for you.
Nope.
And it's the hallway's about 6 feet wide, so
Okay.
it's like a square.
Yep.
And it leads into the dark. What happens is as you walk down this passageway, and lights are kind of coming on as you walk down here, is you reach what is effectively a T intersection, right? So
Okay.
it keeps going straight, but there is a separate dark, and it's dark because no one's walked down it yet, but a dark hallway that leads off to the left, or you could go straight ahead.
What area of the house is in the left?
Well, I mean, that
Yes.
would go towards the front hall. That would go towards the front of the house. So we're at the rear of the house, right? Like,
Yeah.
I would estimate we're likely under the ballroom. The
Okay.
kitchen is what would be straight ahead, and then the front of the house is what's to the left.
Let's go straight ahead. I want to see if this comes out near the kitchen.
Yes. All right. So, as you, effectively come to the end of the, you find a flight of stairs that lead up.
Okay, we go up.
As you start climbing the stairs, the lights start to illuminate on the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a d10.
5.
Okay. You don't see this until you make it to the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
But splayed out on the landing
Dang.
is a very bloody corpse. And
Okay.
Dawsworth goes, "Oh my God, Marjorie!" He goes to check her, and like she is right in front of, like, there is a door with a panel next to it with like a click button on it. But she's just dead there. Yeah, but
Okay.
she looks like she's been like stabbed to death.
Okay. Obi's gonna go over and open the door.
Click, and you hear the little clicking thing, but you push open and you are in the you push it open and a panel opens in the kitchen, and Liz and Amy are standing there as
Hey, guys.
Obi emerges from the wall, and Liz, you clearly see Dawsworth standing over the dead body of the cook.
Yeah, body number 3 over here.
And that's where we're going to end our session.
Oh shit!
Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network, and that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Fey Wild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game, so an actual play game like this one, but like, you know, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Fey Wild West follows 2 people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters, and you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.